Oh, right.
Hello, kitty.
Second day at Buffelsdrift in South Africa. We're staying right at the water here with all of these ducks. Well, actually millions more. Just be warned, if you are staying at one of the luxury waterhole tents, this noise doesn't stop. This is all night long. They do give you earplugs, and you're going to need them. But that's what we're here for, is the wildlife. Soon we're going to be going on a cheetah expedition, which I don't know what that means exactly, but it's 4 hours long. Hopefully we don't have to catch them, because I don't have the energy.
Now, firstly, let's start with why we have the cheetahs. So the cheetahs that we have here are part of a specific meta-population project. So we have 4 in total now. It is a female, fully grown, and then she has 3 cubbies. They're not cubby anymore. They're
Quite
cubs.
big.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason we have them is the program's name that they're part of is EWT. It stands for Endangered Wildlife Trust. Now, you'll see that at the back of all of our Land Rovers is like a little cheetah sticker as well, with the meta population at the bottom. Now, the aim of the meta population is they choose an animal, like for instance the cheetahs, and then they do it with the wild dogs as well. So they essentially want to create fresh genes and then at the same time give the population a head start. So what they do is they take 2 cheetahs from separate areas, so that they ensure that they both have their own specific gene type. They're not related in any way also. Put them onto a large reserve like ours, and then they're able to breed, have cubs, and then from there on the cubs will continue on with the program. Okay, so the reason why they do this is, in the cases of certain animals where there's not many of them left, you have in an area a few cheetahs, somehow that they are related because they've come from the same parents and so on. So it's to do with, essentially, just a small way of describing it is, it happens when you don't have many of a certain animal. Brothers, sisters, cousins, so on start breeding with each other. That weakens the gene pool to such an extent that either there's large deformities or they cannot breed further from there. Okay, so this is essentially 2 birds with 1 stone. Firstly, increasing the population. Secondly, implementing new genes. Okay, there we are. So I describe it very roughly now, but like I said, there is a sticker at the back of the Land Rover. You can take a picture of that, and then you can read more in depth precisely how many cheetahs is part of it. Last time I read it was around 500, and then also precisely how many cheetahs are left. That would be around 7,000 in the world and within 1,500 in South Africa alone. Okay. There we are. So otherwise, I'm going to explain to you how we track them. Now, cheetahs, part of the EWT, that require to wear collars, is so we can monitor their health, making sure they're still in the reserve, they're not somewhere eating someone's sheep or so. So it looks like a very old Nokila. It's a latest model. But you just have your normal signal strength at the top there, and then you connect an antenna. This thing doesn't pinpoint precisely. It gives you more or less a radius. It works with radio signals as well. So it gives you a radius. It says, okay, there the signal starts and then it ends there. So more or less somewhere in the middle there, that's plus minus where the cheetah is. And then the closer you get, the larger the radius gets. And then to a point it's going to say there's a cheetah all around you. And then I'm going to show you how that works as well. You adjust it a little bit and it lowers the radius and you can pinpoint a little bit more. Okay? So that's the first method. Second method is a normal satellite image that we get sent. So it's every 20 minutes up to every hour, plus minus. It depends. If she's in the same area for 2 hours, it's not going to send an update. Okay?
Just when it moves.
It's only if she moves, yeah. So I'm going to go in on the app now, and then I'll show you more or less what it looks like. I'm going to do this every now and then. I'm not messaging someone. I'll show you as well. I'm looking at the image itself.
So you can't just take a can of treats and shake it and they come running?
I wish.
Not like domestic kids.
Right?
No.
It would have been very nice, but
No.
Catnip, perhaps.
yeah.
Okay, so let's go find the cheetah. But first, some facts about cheetahs. As you're already aware, the cheetahs are the fastest land animals on Earth. But how fast is that exactly? Well, the average fit human can run about 10 kilometers an hour. That's about 6 miles per hour. The average cheetah can run 130 kilometers an hour, or 70 miles an hour. And that's obviously more than 10 times as fast as a person. So if you're trying to outrun a cheetah, that's not a good idea. They're just going to chase you, and they're going to catch you very, very quickly. To aid in all this speed, their long tail actually acts like a rudder, improving balance and steering. And did you know they have 2 hearts? The cheetahs have been on Earth longer than any other cat species. In the wild, they only live to be 8 or 10 years old. If you're wondering what they eat, it's pretty much anything they want, anything they can catch. And they can catch anything. Mostly, though, it's antelopes, things like that, things that aren't any threat to them. They can catch them and eat them easily, and they can't fight back too much.
And we'll start walking. Most likely, they're going to be in the bushes now, so resting underneath the shade.
You would think that cheetahs would be easy to see, but they are actually very well camouflaged, and you could walk right by one that's right beside you in the grass.
Okay, so I'm going to go through the safety rules and how it's going to work now. So like you explained as well, main thing we're going to do is, these cheetahs are excellent at camouflage. They're going to be laying somewhere in the shade now. They're like us, it's hot. You want to rest somewhere where it's slightly cooler, so under a bush or so. So when we start walking now, we're going to walk in a straight line. From here on, I'm already going to tell us to stay close together constantly. Do not break off from the rest of the group, otherwise you look like something else smaller. Okay. Most important things is do not at all turn your back on the cheetah unless I tell you to. Do not get close to the ground. Do not bend down. Also, if your shoelaces aren't tied, you can leave them. Okay, when we're close to the cheetah, not at all make yourself look smaller. As soon as you go lower than that, you look very tasty. Okay?
You look like Impala.
You look like Impala. Otherwise, as well, like I explained to you as well, the cheetah would not attack us. There's a larger chance the house cat will attack you than this cheetah.
Mike,
Yeah.
step back here. Good morning, everyone. We are in search of cheetahs today. We are with a guide who has a tracker. We're on about 1,500 hectares, but with the tracker, of course, it's a satellite, and we should be able to get into close proximity. So, yeah, we're going to try and find a cheetah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't exactly pinpoint the cheetah. Just in this area somehow. And they're very well camouflaged, apparently.
And if you shake a little can of whiskas, they don't come running.
Yeah, not catnip either.
Yeah.
I don't think very many people do this. There's only 5 of us. They only do it once a day. You do have to wear long pants, even though the guide isn't wearing long pants, and closed-toed shoes. You're walking through the bush. Hopefully we'll see them. We just found them under this bush over here.
There's one of them.
The cheetah must be thinking, how does he keep finding us? And apparently her name is Bubba.
Stand there, carefully. Stand here, come closer. Sorry, I just want to move. Stand. Do you mind just standing there?
Me?
Yeah, just stand like that. So you can stay there. You stay here. And you can come around from there. Just there. And then you stand in the middle here. Just stand like that. There we are.
Yes, there is nothing between us and the cheetah and her cubs.
You'll see mother is much darker on the back, darker color, and then you'll see she has like a Yeah, it's like a box, little tail. It's like a box underneath her neck. It is the collar. It's camouflaged. It's the same color as her, but you'll see there's like a bump.
We're trying to stay together, so we look like one big animal that she wouldn't want to mess with. We walked all the way around the cheetah and their cubs at this distance, but frankly our guide was petrified to get us any closer. Now while I appreciate the fact that he wanted to keep us safe, we really needed someone that was a little bit more... Steve Irwin would be good, because we didn't really get too close to the cheetah or get even a good look at them, frankly. And we're back to the same spot. Cheetah's still not poking her head up, and we can't really get a good look. Now look, it's still cool that we're this close to a jungle cat on foot who could surely kill us, but it would have been nice to get a lot better views than this.
You see there's some flowers sticking up here. Walk, that one has eaten.
I see a big belly.
The belly was swollen, yeah. How often do they eat? Especially a group like the cheetahs are normally solitary. But this is the mother and the cub, so she tries to hunt for them at least once a day. Because she has to feed 4 cheetahs, including herself now.
Yeah.
Like a snack, fix.
Following some ostrich, whole ostrich family on the road.
They kick you, and they have
To some springboks. Back at our glamping tent to relax before our next activity, which is coming up. But this was definitely our least successful game drive at Buffelsdrift. Every other drive we do is much more successful with some great sightings of animals for sure. But the cheetahs, they're really elusive little guys.